Across our region, or rather across our borders, regional leaders within the IGAD jurisdiction have expressed concern over the escalating armed conflict inside Sudan as gunfire and explosions continued into the second day in the capital of Khartoum and other major cities. Sudan's Doctors Union has reported the latest fatality figures in that conflict, stating that at least 56 civilians have been killed in less than 24 hours. Residents who have been urged to stay indoors woke up to smoke rising into the Khartoum sky as deadly battles between paramilitaries and the Sudanese regular army continue. Leila Mohammed has that report.
Dark smoke continued to bellow in the Khartoum skyline Sunday morning as fighting in the Sudanese capital raged into early hours of April 16th after a day of deadly battles between paramilitaries and the regular army that began Saturday morning. A building in the area of the Sudanese army headquarters has been captured on video to be on fire as gunshots raged in the capital Khartoum, where deadly battles between paramilitaries and the regular army left at least 27 people dead as at Saturday. The latest reports show that 56 civilians have been caught in the crossfire between the army and the RSF troops.
It's a fragile situation. There are other actors that may be pushing against that progress, but this is a real opportunity to finally carry forward the civilian-led transition, and one that we and other countries are trying to bolster.
Regional leaders have expressed concern over the developing crisis in Sudan. Kenyan President William Ruto, in a statement Saturday, stated that IGAD states were available to contribute to a resolution of the matter. Kenya, through its Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has asked its citizens currently in Sudan to shelter in place and not to go outdoors, and to get in touch with the Kenyan embassy in Khartoum. Air travel has been grounded since early morning Saturday when armed men from the RSF took over the Khartoum airport, with airlines like Kenya Airways cancelling flights in and out of Khartoum since Saturday. Violence erupted early Saturday morning after weeks of deepening tensions between Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and his deputy Mohammed Hamdan Daglo, commander of the heavily armed paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, with each accusing the other of starting the fight. Daglo's RSF say they have seized the presidential palace, Khartoum airport and other strategic sites, but the army insist they are in charge with the Air Force late Saturday, urging people to stay indoors as it continued airstrikes targeting RSF bases. Created in 2013, the RSF emerged from the Janjaweed militia that then-President Omar al-Bashir unleashed against non-Arab ethnic minorities in the western Darfur region a decade earlier, drawing accusations of war crimes. The RSF's planned integration into the regular army was a key element of talks to finalize a deal that would return the country to civilian rule and end the political economic crisis sparked by the military's 2021 coup. Sudan's Medical Doctors Union also say that around 600 have been wounded, including some among security forces, but that many casualties could not be transferred to hospitals due to difficulties in moving during the clashes. UN Chief Antonio Guterres called for an immediate cessation of hostilities and spoke to both Burhan and Daglo, while US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said the fighting threatens the security and safety of Sudanese civilians. The Arab League, following a request by Egypt and Saudi Arabia, is scheduled to hold an urgent meeting Sunday to discuss the situation. Similar appeals came from the African Union, the European Union, Russia and Iran. Leila Mohammed, NTV.
All right, it's time for some sports news. And